Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Wednesday, January 29th, 2013. All right, in the news from yesterday, I did peek at these last evening, and durable goods orders was not good. As we can see here, the consensus is 1.6 and the actual was minus 4.3. They say it stumbled in December. That is probably not a very good sign. Durable goods meaning like washers, dryers, refrigerators, things like that. So that's not doing very good. But these other two that had the gold star on them came in pretty close to expectations. So there was no surprises there at all. We'll see what happens today, and a biggie, of course, is at 2 o'clock. With the on his way out Uncle Ben and on her way in Janet Yellen. I guess we'll have to Auntie Janet. Well, I don't know. I'll have to think of a pet name for her too. Pet meaning a term of endearment. All right, enough about that. Let's jump over and see what's going on across the ponds, just for curiosity's sake. Asia, pretty much on the bullish side, with Singapore not doing so hot, and in Europe across the board we're green. Okay, and then here in the U.S., all right, we're looking at what appears to be a relatively flat open. Now, they had a new release of Thinkorswim this morning, and I'm hoping that I already had one hit with a memory problem up here, and fan on my laptop running like crazy, and I don't know what the heck's going on in the background, but I still think that there's a memory leak here. I wanted to take a look at the ESN charts right quick. S&P 500 futures, and looking to be actually from a candle perspective. Now this candle, I believe, formed at midnight. Is that right? What time here does the day start? The day starts at 6 o'clock in the evening Eastern Standard Time. But I think this candle, actually, I don't know. I guess I don't. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah, it still holds true. Let me bring this out here a little bit bigger, because I think I need to understand this myself. So here is the start of the day. We're not into today yet. Come on. There's a lot of data here on this chart. Okay, so here's the start of the day. So I wonder if this one starts at midnight. So here's the start of the day. Actually, we started here, which is exactly where that little wick is down at the bottom. So we started here, and we are now here, which is exactly where this is. So where is midnight? Midnight is right here. So this candle closed here. So this candle starts at midnight, but the actual day for the future starts at 6 in the evening. So it's a little bit confusing, and this number here is from the open. So we're still slightly above. No, we're not. This is the open. And this is supposed to be since for the day. I don't know, I'm a little bit confused here. I don't know if anybody else can help me with that or not, but I'm just trying to understand what appears to be a conflict of information here, because you're saying that we're up 50 cents, and I don't see us being up 50 cents anywhere here except maybe from this candle. So I don't know where that up 50 cents comes from. So in my mind, compared to last night, we're headed into the tank. So if we're looking at this candle here, it looks like we're going to open down. And looking at the SPX, and this is yesterday. We don't have anything. We don't have a print from today yet. Okay, well, it's a little bit confusing to me if you really dig into it and try to pull as much information as you can out of it. But we just try to live with it, I guess. Okay, so looking at gold, we bounced off that 1250 level, and we're up to the 1255 level. So it looks like we bounced off of it, and hopefully we'll stay above it. And oil is at 96.93, and I noticed yesterday when I was out in the cold that gas prices are really pretty low. So I'm hoping that holds true for the 1,000-mile journey on Thursday or Friday and Saturday this week down into the Orlando, Florida area. Okay, let's take a look at current positions that we have. I'll slide this over a little bit. Amazon opened one up yesterday on Amazon. I'll take a look at what we were looking at. So I jumped in on this, I don't know, around 10 o'clock in the morning, and did an at the money at that time, and it's doing pretty well. Here we did, here around 10 o'clock on this candle. So bring that over here a little bit bigger. On this particular candle right here, which ends at 10 o'clock, the green one, and came down and touched our strike and then just took off, and looks like it's going to work out well today. We have earnings on Thursday, so it took a big hit because of the increasing volatility. Took a big hit. Actually, if we look at Google, which I jumped in on that one as well, this is like a flat line. You hardly ever see anything like that. So we're getting a lot of IV coming in here on Google, and it's suppressing my white line. So hopefully today or tomorrow morning we can, if it remains up here, we can pull some. I'll take my $50 out of that one. I'm not stingy. And the same thing with Amazon. I'll take my $50 out of that one too. I did the $2.50 spreads on these, and I just did one just because of earnings, and I didn't want to put too much money into it. So I thought it'd be cheap and just pull, a little bit of money out of it, and I'll be happy. I looked at let's look at the charts on the other ones. Apple just didn't do its thing. Celgene, I took a look at Celgene. Let's see here what we come up with. Maybe I should just get rid of this other chart. This is taking way too much time. We're okay there on the memory part. Whoa, that took a long time. Okay, so we had our hook here in Celgene. I went and I took a look at it. I did not like my choices. And here's the reason why. When I look at this particular expiration here, I couldn't, at the time yesterday, a 50 delta was way too deep into the money. So, like at 160 here today, that's okay, but yesterday I would have had to go with this 160, and I just didn't feel comfortable with it. And pretty much the same thing with IWM and RUT, and the same thing with Tesla. I just didn't want to take that kind of risk at that time. Now, I want to also add here that I had a couple of questions about picking your expiration date. So let's take a look at Google, because I was thinking about that one. We'll go to a single chart here. Okay, so looking back, which expiration would you pick if it was, say, Thursday? Well, if it's Thursday and you go back historically and you look at these, and here you have a 1, 2, 3 day, actually a 4th day here, because we're still green down here, so you could be in this for 4 days. And then we had another opportunity here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and actually 5, actually 6 days. So when you have a stock that's kind of on a tear like this, I would say if it's Thursday, you could probably pick next week's expiration pretty safely. But like here, this one was only 2 days, and if it would have gotten in right here on the first day rather than on this day where it didn't work out, I think I took profits earlier on that one. Then we come over to the next cycle, and we have 1, 2, 3 days on that one, because we're still green down here. So that one's still 3 days. So it's a basic call. I mean, it doesn't matter what expiration you pick. When you're doing a 50 delta and a 1-to-1 risk reward, the risk and the reward is still going to be the same. If you're a $5 spread and you're doing a 1-to-1, you're going to pull 250 out and risk 250. Doesn't matter if you use tomorrow's expiration or if you use next week's expiration. So actually there's an advantage to just forgetting about Mondays and going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for that Friday expiration. There is an advantage to that, because theta is going to be working. Time decay just accelerates like crazy as you get closer to expiration. So that's what we're doing, being net sellers of options. We're looking for that time decay, and we're using it to our advantage. Alrighty, and then the last thing I wanted to mention, I've been trying to figure out this 50 SMA moving average, and I wanted to show you. I'm going to do some spot checking, but I wanted to show you how I'm going to spot check that. So on Yahoo Finance, when you bring up a symbol, you have a selection here. You can go over to what they call historical prices. Normally it comes up here with a summary quote when you bring it up, but you can go in here and say, okay, I want historical prices on it. You pick your dates that you want your range in, and it comes up very, very fast. But if I was to go here and say I want stuff from August, let's say August 1st, and then you can actually take this and download it to a spreadsheet. So if we go and we say I'll take this column and I'll take the last 50, and I'll summarize, I'll sum it, and then divide it by 50 and see if the number matches what I get on the chart. It's not a very hard thing to do. So that's what I'll be doing. So I'm going to be checking, just going through and spot checking maybe 4 or 5 different ones and see if the data is coming up and matching what Thinkorswim is giving me here, just because I saw another what appears to be anomaly today. Alright, let's get right into the scan. I'm rambling a little bit too much this morning. Alright, so Apple, we didn't get what we were looking for yesterday. I just forget to almost look at this here. We did get out of that earnings play. We did guess the right direction on that. So got out for 100% profit early. It was so bad that it gave me 100% profit. Didn't even have to wait for expiration. That's what I like. All right, Amazon. We're in. Boeing. We have earnings coming up. Skip that one. Baidu. We got a hookup on this. Was this on my today list? No, it wasn't. I didn't like Baidu. Oh yeah, I didn't like Baidu because of this. Just a little bit worried about the moving average. I'm dipping below them. The 50 makes me a little bit nervous. It's not a rule, but it's just one of those nervous things. Celgene we looked at. I'm going to take a pass on it. Chipotle. Earnings coming up. Nothing doing with it. Costco. No earnings coming up, but we're in a downtrend, so we're actually looking to do a bear call on this one. We'll see if it works out. Chevron, also looking to do a bear call with the moving average bending down. Igor, still not sure what's going on with that one. FedEx, we just went into a red 50 MA, so we would be looking for a target up here. Gold, a little confusing. Google, we're in on that one. IWM. Oh, these charts, it's painful. We do have a hookup, but again, I didn't find a 50 delta. I mean, we were at like 46 and 54 when I was looking at it yesterday, and it just wasn't there for me. LinkedIn, where it looks like we're moving into a downtrend here, or a continuation of the downtrend, so we would be looking for a nice move up to here. MasterCard, I might be going into a downtrend there. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. This earnings coming up, no, nothing doing. I'm going to take a pass on that. 3M. No, this moving average is just too flat. Even the regular simple moving average is too flat, and our EMA is giving us a little heads up that we might be bending down on that. Netflix, so I kind of like having that EMA in there. Netflix had a really nice day yesterday. We still need it to come down here someday. I'm not sure exactly when. Priceline. Okay, Priceline. We got a hook on Priceline. So we have what appears to be a setup on Priceline. We'll be taking a look at Russell. Might still take a look at that today. I prefer IWM other than the Russell because the strikes are really wide on the Russell. And it means that I have to put a lot of risk. Yeah, you make a lot, but that's a lot of risk out there for what I consider to be, for a bull play in what I consider to be a new bear market. Okay, so I'm just going to go right down to Tesla. If it'll ever get me down there. See, here we are again. Dang, I got to send them an email. This is very, very frustrating to me. Tesla. Seeing a setup on that one. And last but not least is Visa. And they have earnings coming up, so I'm going to take a pass. All right. Sorry this is a little bit long. But hopefully we all learned a little something. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.